Let's talk about this floating debris. So what happens after a while, this becomes no longer buoyant. It settles out and it piles up in front of these floodgates to a point where the Corps of Engineers come in with a big crane with clamshells, jaws, reaches down, picks it up, swings it over, drops it in a big dump truck. They drive off, put it into the parking lot up here, and they come back. That's over, I think, a 3 or 4 day period. I'm sure you could find that information, but if you put a penstock out there, and even though you say there's low volume entry velocities into the penstock, it doesn't matter, because look at the debris over there on that side of that embankment over there. I'm sure the velocity entrance is 0 degrees over there, or 0 velocity over there, and yet it's got debris all over it. Now, you'll say, well, we can come in and clean that debris off the screen. We'll send divers down. Well, the problem is, when the water comes back up and down various floods, storm events, this debris that's momentarily on the side of the dam wall will become floating again, and it'll cover it again. So I don't know if, I guess I'm addressing the EPUD board of directors that made the decision about being in relationship with Symbiotics about this project. You've got a hidden cost there, okay? You've got a hidden cost of mercury going downstream. And now that you're aware of that, it may become a liability issue. So I'm just giving you a little heads up. So this is not always happens this way. It's not every year, but you can't plan for that. It could happen 3 years in a row. It could happen once every 4 years. We don't know. Global warming, I'm sure, will have some effect on that in terms of rainfall. What's interesting, before this storm came about, there was a little bitty debris field that was sitting right over here. And what's interesting, I have a videotape of it on one day, and it was forming a whirlpool. And it was really subtle. I filmed it for 5 minutes and then played fast forward. And you can understand what the dynamics is. It's sort of like draining a sink. You get that, or a bathtub, you get that counterclockwise motion of a whirlpool, and that's what's really going around and creating all the scouring of the sediment and going down. But it was all demonstrated very clearly by a small debris field. Of course, it's all jammed in there. You're not going to see that at this particular moment. I also have slides, a picture of last year where the lake was relatively clear, and from that scouring effect, it created this huge muddy cloud of water. And one edge of it, you could see through a depth of 4 feet, and the other side was cloudy, caused by that scouring of the sediment from the bottom.